Hi and welcome to Fynamics. Today we will look at the BAO portal, which is the Business Account Owner portal. When you onboard with Fynamics, you get a BAO ID, which is more like a primary admin or an owner ID, who can then log in and add multiple VATs or TRN numbers. It can add multiple users with permission-based access and can visit the e-invoicing portal of Fynamics for various MIS dashboards and other activities. So you are given a email ID, which is basically the authorized email ID that you have mentioned as part of the agreement. And basis that you can log in with a email based OTP and access the BAO portal. So you enter your BAO ID. If you do not know your BAO ID, please reach out to Fynamics support team. Once you enter the email ID, you will be redirected to a OTP page where you enter the email OTP and then log in into the BAO portal. Right, so this is the BAO login. And once you're logged in, you will see on the left side a bunch of menu items like dashboard, VAT management, VAT usage, user management, API documentation, and the linked domain, basically the e-invoicing portal domain of Fynamics to which this BAO is linked. So if you want to visit the Fynamics e-invoicing portal, you can just click on this visit portal icon or button. And then the active plans. So this tells me this BAO has subscribed for a standard plan. This is a BAO ID or a pricing ID. FUP, which is annual fair usage policy, up to 6,000 transactions of AR plus AP. So this is as per our transaction slabs, as you have seen our various slabs. And then the from date and to date for which this pricing plan is active and that it has API access enabled. If you're on the basic plan, then the Excel support is what is provided along with Form UI. The API is available in the standard plan, and in the enterprise plan, along with API, you also get access to SFTP with single sign-on, segregated storage, and so on and so forth. A single BAO account can have multiple pricing plans as per business requirement. So you could have, let's say for 3 entities of yours, you could have a basic plan under one single pricing plan. And for another 2 entities of yours, you could club them into a standard plan as per a particular transaction slab. So the choice of slabs are completely left to you. A single BAO could have one or more pricing plans. Each pricing plan could have one or more VAT or TRN entities. Each entity could have one or more users. That is how the hierarchy is structured. When we say users, the BAO can create unlimited users. It could be secondary admins. It could be supervisors. It could be associate users. Now let us go to VAT management. When we go to VAT management, you can choose the pricing plan that you have subscribed to and then enter the TRN number. We have a sample TRN, so let us just take that particular sample and then you can give the entity name, etc. So let's just call this as FinTest for this demo. A short company name, registered Imara tax email IDs. This is auto pulled in the production and it's optional for sandbox. Then the street or building, city, state, province, zip code is optional. Print logo. Now, if you are taking print from Fynamics portal, you can give the logo, you can upload the logo here at this stage or even later as part of VAT edit feature under the BAO. And when you do this activity, the image that you give gets added as the logo and shown on the invoice print that you generate out of Fynamics. The BAO portal for Sandbox is sandbox-uae.fynamicstax.com/BAO. Now, for the sake of this demo, let us just change this TRN for a moment. So I've changed it to 20 something and we submit. Now, what Fynamics does is we validate this TRN with PayPal on 2 aspects. One is on PayPal SMP Sandbox, is this particular TRN present? And if it is present, is it linked to Fynamics as the AP? If either of them is false, then automatically we throw this error, which means you will have to first register this TRN on PayPal. You reach out to Fynamics team. We will register your TRN on PayPal. We are a PayPal SMP as well, so we will register on our own SMP and do the propagation for Sandbox. In production, when you do this ASP selection on Imara Tax portal, we automatically register your TRN on PayPal SMP production and do the propagation. So if you're logging into the production BAO portal, then all of these are automated. You don't need to reach out to Fynamics for PayPal registration. Right, so now is the other VAT that I've selected that says the VAT has been registered successfully. This is what we registered now as FinTest with the organization or the domain as partner. I can also edit certain VAT information. So this is where I told you can also update the print logo, etc. Certain details cannot be edited. And if you are enabling webhooks, you can do the same through this portal. So you can enable sales webhook, purchase webhook. You can also generate signing secrets. To view the VAT usage, you can come into the list of VAT usage. As and when data transactions happen, automatically these data points get filled in. You can look at the data for the last 8 years. So it's spread across B2B sales, exports, purchase, self-billing, and the total. And you can also drill down to individual data points across multiple date ranges and download relevant reports in the form of CSV or Excel formats. What we are also doing shortly, maybe in a few weeks from now, is to allow you to set limits at each VAT level itself as part of the overall usage limits. So if you are a system integrator or an ERP OEM and you have hundreds of clients, we will give you an option which can set limits for on usage for each of the TRN entities, because we provide pooled allocation. So a single pricing slab can accommodate even thousands of TRNs. So you enroll into a single pricing slab and you create the allocation quota for each of your clients. Then user management, you can choose the domain, you can give the name, the address, the email ID, the role as secondary admin, supervisor, associate user, and the choose the VAT for which they need to get access. And then automatically they get an email with a secure link, and they click it to set up their credentials, and then they can log in into the Fynamics e-invoicing portal. Finally, API documentation. You as a BAO can also access our APIs. It's for more details on the API integration, we have a separate video. But very quickly to touch up on the OAuth credentials, as a BAO also you get the OAuth credentials. Once you add the VATs, you just go to my profile. You will see this OAuth credentials here with the client ID and client secret. You can regenerate those keys, you can copy them and manage them as part of OAuth authentication for token generation. In the profile, you have personal information that you can edit. You'll also see L1 support and business points. You have certain data points that you can add as additional emails 2, additional email 3, additional emails 4, etc. Now, the reason you do those is so that we support up to 4 BAO touch points, which basically means 4 business touch points or POC points, so that we coordinate with those 4 points only. Right? So you as a BAO are automatically the first touch point. Additionally, we allow you to add 3 more point of contacts from your team who can connect with Fynamics for any queries, who can raise tickets, who can call our L1 support teams, and so on and so forth. Right? So that is all to do with the BAO. I hope you had a good understanding of the BAO portal and how Fynamics is structured as a business account owner model. So just to reiterate, you get a single BAO ID with which you can add as many TRNs and VATs as you want into a specific pricing plan, each TRN with 1 or more users, and kind of have it managed completely at your end as the owner of this portal. Thank you so much for watching this videos. For any queries, feel free to reach out to our support team.